Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we should examine who and what is undermining the American dream.
Come on now, come on.
Many Americans still undermine Dr. King's dream. Let me break this down. We are anti-civil rights.
Yeah.
We are anti-gay rights. We are anti-immigrant. We are anti-Muslim. We are anti-black. We are anti-Hispanic. We are anti-inclusive. I recently saw a pickup truck with a bumper sticker on it. Had a cartoon figure. And the cartoon figure was urinating on President Obama. Disrespect, insolence. We cannot move forward because we are experiencing daily tragedies. Am I talking today?
Come on, pal.
Such as Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Oscar Grant, Trayvon Martin, Tamar Rice. And whenever we see these events take place in our country, immediately we begin to take sides. Talk, pastor, talk. The black folks automatically take the side of the victim, whether he right or wrong. Am I talking to anybody? You can't say amen, say ouch. And the white folks, seem like the white folks automatically take the perpetrator's side.
Come on now.
This divide is undermining Dr. King's dream. And I had to ask myself this question, Sister Tracy. Why is it that white America can't see the injustice that's happened within our race? And the answer is simply this: they can't relate. No, come on now. If you ain't ever been there, you don't know what I'm talking about. Amen. They can't relate. Why? Because most of white America has received overwhelming benefits of a white privilege. Oh, come on, somebody. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me today. Amen. Am I talking to anybody today? Anybody with me today? Most white Americans cannot see the injustice because they have not been affected personally.
Come on, man.
They don't affect their family members. They don't know what it's like to walk into some place and just be looked down just because you black. They don't know what it's like to be denied a job just because your name is not Bob or John or Jane. But if your name happen to be something that's, oh, y'all ain't hearing me.
Come on.
Today, King's dream is still a dream. Ferguson is not Selma, but America is nowhere to achieve in King's idea. We are immersed in domestic crisis. And this domestic crisis has been influenced by blindness, negligence, and dishonesty.
Come on now.
When everyone is right, then no one is right. And when no one is to blame, everyone is to blame. It is only when we begin to acknowledge the ugly truth that we begin to heal, evolve, and march toward making Dr. King's dream a noble dream a reality. Amen? Ooh, that was good.
Come on, pal.
I was working on that. Amen. Now let me take you to the word today. In the biblical story, Miriam, Aaron, and Moses, these are the sisters and the brothers, they're speaking out against Moses because he married a Cushite. Y'all didn't get that? He married a Cushite woman. A Cushite woman from Ethiopia. Come on now. Come on, African. Talk to me. She's from Ethiopia. The Septuagint, the ancient Greek translation of the Old Testament, indicates that this woman was African. She was from Africa. She was black. Moses married her sister, y'all.
Come on now.
This is the first interracial marriage that we find out. And as they come and they began to speak against Moses, I'm talking about Miriam. Moses' older sister, the one who always had Moses back, the one who followed him down the Nile River, the one who was always by his side began to speak out against Moses.
That's right.
And as she began to speak, y'all read it, we read it in the Bible, God has what I call poetic justice. He says, oh, since you just like white folks, I'm going to show you real white. And turned her through. She became the first Snow White.
Preach, Pastor, preach.
Y'all missed that, huh? She became the first Snow White. You want to be white? I'm going to show you white. Made her leprous. Okay, let me get back to the story. So, my question is, and I'm going to use the text. I'm going to go back and forth to the text. Why do we act a certain way? God is not pleased when we act a certain way. Why do we act a certain way? Well, I would suggest, amen, that the first reason why we act a certain way is that we're ignorant.
Come on now.
Come on now. Say ignorant. Yeah. What is the definition of ignorance? Ignorance is a lack of knowledge, information, or exposure. Ignorant is just not knowing. Amen. They don't like me because they don't know me. Ignorant folks, amen, don't know any better. If Jesus was here, he would say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Ignorant folks treat folks differently. They treat them unfair just because they are not familiar with who they are. They're not familiar with their race. They're not familiar with their culture. They're not familiar with their tradition. They don't know certain things. And because of that, they show racist ways. They discriminate against them. They put them down. They talk. Am I talking to anybody?
Come on, Pastor. Come on, preach, Pastor, preach.
And I got to stop on my way to glory to let everyone know here, nobody has a right to make you feel bad just because you're different. Prejudices.
Amen.
Prejudices. I found this. It said prejudices, it is well known, are most difficult to eradicate from the heart, whose soil has never been loosened or fertilized by education. They grow there, firm as weeds among stones. Bigotry, racism, prejudice can only be eradicated through education. And I'm going to throw this in for free for Kevin Hart. Laugh. Prejudice is birthed out of ignorance, not knowing. When people fail to understand issues, it draws lines and it wages battlefields. And unthinkable things happen because of the ignorance. I'm talking about horrific deeds happen because of racist people, because they are ignorant. These racist views threaten anyone and everyone just because they're different. Listen, watch this. I was thinking about this. Listen, if a child or a young person grows up within a racist family or has friends who are racist, they may believe that racism is normal and acceptable. We have to be careful about what we feed into our children. Our children are innocent. They don't know any better. But if we teach them this ignorance, the way to treat certain people just because the color of their skin, just because their nationality, just because they were not born in America, then all these type of ways, we are never going to fulfill King's dream. We are going backwards rather than forward. A narrow-minded man has a narrow outlook. The walls of his world is shut out to the broader horizons of affairs. Prejudice can maintain walls that no invention can remove. Saints, many of our prejudices are like pyramids that are upside down. They rest on tiny, trivial incidents, but they spread upward and outward until it fills our entire mind. Y'all say ignorance. They act that way because they're ignorant. Not only that, they're insolent. Go to number 2, insolent. Insolent. I'm almost done. Insolence means, read it, to act rude and disrespectful. So not only are we talking about folks ignorant, but then they start to act rude because of their races, because of their bigotry, because of their prejudice, because of their discrimination, they start to act like that. They start to act ugly. Amen. I believe, saints, that many people act the way they act because things don't go their way.
Yeah.
Just because they ain't getting their way, they become insolent. Why do you think that Miriam and Aaron began to speak out against Moses? The main complaint that it seems is that Moses married this Cushite woman, and this was a black woman. Maybe they didn't like what was going on. I don't know. Maybe they had bigotry in them. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what caused them to become insolent, to start to speak against this man that was used by God to deliver the people out of bondage. I don't know what it was. I don't know what contorted their mind. I don't know what made them move into the disobedient state. What would cause them to start sinning? I believe it was something that was going on in their mind. Things weren't going right. They weren't happy. And it brought out the worst in them. And see, I believe, brothers and sisters, when you are not happy where you at and who you have and what's going on, you become insolent. You mad at people for no apparent reason. I just hate them. Amen. I just can't stand them. Why? Because I ain't happy with who I am. And because I ain't happy with who I am, I hate them other folks.
Come on, Pastor.
Insolence. You know what? We always say, don't hate, congratulate. We can't congratulate folks because we hating on them. And we begin to act ugly. We begin to act rude. We begin to say stuff. Stuff start coming out of our mind. We start saying stuff because we're insolent. Nat King Cole. Y'all remember Nat King Cole?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nat King Cole, one of the greatest singers of all time. He was a successful artist, and he was the first African American to have his own national televised show. Did y'all know that? Some of y'all that have been around, you probably used to watch Nat King Cole. Y'all unforgettable. Yeah, anyway. 1948, Nat King Cole purchased a beautiful home in an exclusive part of LA, in the neighborhood. Amen. And when the local neighborhood association, they confronted Nat King Cole in 1948. And this is what they said to him. He says, they went to him and said, we don't want any undesirables moving into our neighborhood. Nat King Cole looked at him and said, neither do I. He said, if I see any coming here, I'll be the first to complain. He stood against the insolence. He stayed there the rest of his life until he passed in 1965. They were insolent. Last thing, at least I'll be too long. Get y'all out in time to go and see the Colts beat up on the Patriots. I can't get out to my bed, Eugene, for free. All right. Folks get irritated. Yeah, y'all say irritated. Irritated. Yeah, y'all know what that means. To be irritated means the state of feeling annoyed, impatient, and angry. We get irritated. We get upset. You know, in the Bible, when I was thinking about this, I said, you know, when Miriam and Aaron objected against Moses, objected against the marriage, they began to rebel and became an instigator. And I said, why was Miriam so irritated? Sure, this is good for you to hear because you got some family stuff too. Amen. I wonder if Miriam resented the way Moses handled things. I wonder if Miriam got into his ear ahead of time and said, how could you marry this black woman? And Moses, watch this, watch it. Moses didn't act real fast in a whole lot of stuff he did. Moses was a humble man. Oh, he always waited. See, I got to help somebody here. See, especially a brother who married to a woman, because women always want you to run fast. Well, let's think about it. Hold on. I got to wait on the answer from the Lord. Amen. And when you slow down and wait on the Lord, it irritates the other folks that's with you.
That's right.
Why we should have did this already. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm waiting on the God to speak.
That's right.
And Moses waited. Come on, y'all know this is real. Y'all know this is real. Somebody better say, man, get me out the dog. Amen. Moses waited on God's guidance. And I got a feeling, it doesn't say this, I may be reading into this, but Miriam was more aggressive. She was more active. She was about it. She knew she was smart. She was a wise woman. She was a spiritual woman. She was tapping. You see what she said? Don't God speak through me too? Just like he talked to Moses? Don't he talk to me? Who Moses think he is? He the only one? God speak through me? Y'all ready to work it? But she was impulsive.
Yeah.
Come on now. And that irritated Miriam. See, Miriam had a few issues. She had some undercover bigotry.
Yeah.
And the truth be told, many of us got some undercover bigotry up in her.
Yeah.
She had some self-righteousness.
Yeah.
She thought more highly of herself. That she had some pride that was bubbling over. And Miriam, she said, I'm a leader just like Moses. Matter of fact, only reason he alive is because of me. Come on, somebody. I'm the big sister. He the little brother. That nigga better learn how to submit to me. Amen. He done let his position got all uppity and all that. I deserve to be respected. Moses ain't listening to me. He listens to that sister he married to. He up here all that arguing, all that. So she got irritated. And she began to speak to Moses. Bible, I believe the Bible doesn't say, but and fronted him off. In front of everybody. You know, let me give this to you, the women, let me give this to you for free. Never front your man off in front of other folks. Put him on Front Street. Mr. Big Stuff, who do you think you are? Irritated. I'm still in the word, irritated. But watch this. When you belong to God, when you're God's man, God will step in. And when she began to speak, God listened, and he said, come on, hey, come on. Step outside. Come here, all three of y'all. Come on out here. I got something to tell you.
Come on now.
You be irritated all you want. You can be mad all you want. But understand, this guy belonged to me. When I got a prophetic message, all other prophets, I speak through dreams and interpretation and vision. But for Moses, I talk face to face. And this is my man. This is my deliverer. So don't you sit up here and come with your racist bigotry, prejudice ways on today. You need to step down. You need to bow down. We're dealing with my man.
That's right.
Colonel Leopard. I'm getting ready to close this out. Brothers and sisters, in 2015 and throughout time, God don't look at color. He don't look at color, culture, background. He ain't concerned about that. As a matter of fact, one day God told Samuel, he said, I don't look at the outer appearance like other folks. I'm looking at the heart. See, I'm focused on the black soul. I'm focused on the heart. Amen. And as we come to a close, I heard Isaiah one day say, come, let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be white as snow. Though they as red as crimson, they shall be made like wool. See, God is concerned with us having some tolerance. He wants us to have tolerance because tolerance pushes racism underground. I better drink to that. But even greater than tolerance is love. Can I break this down? Can I close this out by talking about tolerance and love? See, tolerance says, you must approve what I do. But love responds, I must do something harder. I will love you even when your behavior offends me. Tolerance says, you must agree with me. But love responds, I must do something harder. I will tell you the truth because I'm convinced that the truth will set you free. Tolerance says, you must allow me to have my way. But love responds, I must do something harder. I will plead with you to follow the right way because I believe you are worth the risk. Tolerance says, seeks to be inoffensive. But love takes risk. Tolerance glorifies division, but love seeks unity. Tolerance costs you nothing, but love costs you everything. Come on now. As I move closer to a close, let me tell a story. I wish I could do it like Pastor Barry did on Friday night. I ain't that good, but I'm going to do my best.
Let him use it.
Once upon a time, there was two little girls. I say there, one was black skin and one had white skin. May Mobley said, look at me. And she is listening. Little colored girl say this to the little white girl. How come your skin be so pale? Little white girl say, I don't know. How come your skin be so black? What do you mean? He said, I don't know. But neither one of them girls knew the difference. So the little white girl says, well, let's see. You got hair, and I got hair. And the little May Mobley give a little toss of her hair. A little colored girl say, I got a nose, and you got a nose. And they tweak each other's nose. So they got up and they say, we the same, ain't we? And the little white girl say, I got toes and you got toes. Well, we the same, ain't we? We just a different color. And the little white girl say, I agree, we the same, we just different colors. So let's be friends. That's the end of the story, y'all. Muhammad Ali says, hating people because of the color of their skin is wrong. And it doesn't matter which color does the hate. It's just plain wrong. If I was here to sing, I believe Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney would say, ebony and ivory, we can live together in perfect harmony. Side by side on my piano, keyboard flowing, why don't we? If Mahalia Jackson was here, she would say, we shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall claim the victory. We shall claim the victory. We shall claim the victory. Oh, someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall claim the victory someday. We will walk hand in hand. We will walk hand in hand. We will walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we will walk hand in hand someday. We will not be afraid. We will not be afraid. We will not be afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we will not be afraid today. We will live in peace. We will live in peace. We will live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall live in peace someday. Why do you act that way? Because of your ignorance, your insolence, and your irritation. It's time to put all that aside and give it to the Lord. Doors of the church are open.